We just watched it last night, and what was I going to say?
Hey guys, we're Danny and Abby, and today we are reviewing Terrifier 3.
This is going to be a spoiler review. We just watched it last night, and then we wanted to hop on here and have a discussion.
Yep.
But if you are on the fence and you're not quite sure whether you should watch this movie or not, I would say if you are not squeamish or you don't mind some blood and gore and guts, I would definitely say give this movie a try. We are not into torture porn or gore fest. We're more into supernatural.
Yeah, possessions.
And found footage, and also just old school cheesy horror films. So, but I enjoyed it, and I thought it was a lot of fun, especially if you can get an audience that is kind of lively. And I think it's mainly because it's just not very realistic. It's over the top, it's crazy, but also they interject a lot of humor. So I think it's a good time if you're willing to give it a shot.
Yeah.
But if you're not into gore and guts and blood and you're squeamish and you're kind of have an issue with murder and stuff, then I would say pass on this film. But now let's do some spoiler talk. And okay. Danny, what did you think of the movie?
All right, so the movie was heavy on the gore, as you would expect from a Terrifier movie. Right out of the gate, there's a lot. There's a lot of it. And the difference between this movie and the others is I've never seen a Terrifier movie in a theater. And it's a very different experience because you're surrounded by all the sounds of everything happening in the movie, which are very, what's the word? Creamy or crispy.
Yeah, you said juicy. The juicy. Sounds are juicy and creamy.
Wet. A lot of wet sounds.
Yeah, you have a really hard time with sound.
It's tough. So I did have to look away a little bit in the beginning, and I had heard some rumors that there may be a child involved in one of the murder scenes, and so I wasn't looking forward to that. But I think the way they did it was probably the best way you could do it. You just have the sound. You don't see anything. Especially after we watched the original Speak No Evil. Yeah. That one, that was really, really tough, and it really messed us up. So if you're a parent and you're worried about seeing kids getting hurt, they do, but you don't see it. It's off camera, and you don't see really anything. Yeah. Maybe just the aftermath of it. One kid in particular, but I didn't like him anyway. I'm just kidding. Wait. Oh, that kid. He talked back. He
was kind of a real little snot kid, so he kind of... Just kidding.
He was rude to his sister.
So we actually binge watched practically all the art films in, was it a couple days? Yep. And we were getting ready for Monsterpalooza. He was taking me for the first time, and I was so excited. And I had already seen Terrifier 2, but I had not seen any of the other ones, and you hadn't seen any of them.
That's right.
So I was really excited to meet Art the Clown and the director Damien Leone. Mm-hmm. And so we thought, let's watch all of Terrifier. I was really terrified to watch the first one. Yeah, so if you don't know this... Art has appeared in movies even before the Terrifier series. There was, I think, Ninth Circle was one, and All Hallows Eve. Yeah. And was there a third one? No, I think those are it. And then the first movie was obviously Terrifier. And then that one was to kind of get, I guess, the feet wet and how the audience would take. I'm trying to remember what the director said in his interviews, but... Yeah, he wanted to see how the audience would receive Art the Clown. And then if that went well, he put there was no story with the first one. So he actually put the story and everything with the second one. And this Terrifier 3 is a continuation of Terrifier 2. So anyway, we ended up binge watching all of them. Mm-hmm. And when we get to Monsterpalooza, we got to meet
Art the Clown.
Yeah, David Howard Thornton, who played Art, and we got his autograph, and then also the director, and it was really cool, and they seem really nice, and they're very passionate about their...
Not only did we meet him, wait, is it in light?
Yeah, I told you to stand next to Art, because I was a little scared.
Me stand next to him.
It's you stand next to him.
It's okay.
But, no, that was so fun, and so... I was so excited to see the third movie. I was like counting down, and I love that when the trailer came out, they had a Christmas theme. I was so excited. We even watched Black Christmas in preparation, thinking that there might be some like similar scenes or homages or something like that. So, but the closer we got to the date of seeing it, we got a little nervous.
A little bit nervous. I've never been nervous to see a movie
because we didn't know what to expect, and so we're like, we watched the other ones. We knew what he was capable of, and we just kept hearing stories of like the production that Damien used to do all the gore, the blood, the special effects crew that he hired. Like there were reports that like it was so realistic, even it grossed out the director. So it was exciting, but also I was really
and there's
really
been
nervous.
Reports of people fainting in the theater, being carried out.
Yeah, after the movie started like premiering, we didn't get to go on premiere night, but I heard reviews that people were fainting. Spooky Astronauts is one of the movie reviewers that I like to follow, and so she commented that there were 2 people in her theater that fainted during this movie. So I was nervous. I was like, oh crap. And then I didn't even think about like kids getting hurt. And then when you put that in my head, I was like, oh no. Oh. I got scared.
Yeah, from the original teaser, that it seemed to allude to that they might be going all in.
But yeah, there was a lot of gore. There was a lot of memorable scenes. I was telling you that in the first movie and the second movie, there were these like really big iconic scenes that you could just say the hacksaw scene.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
The bedroom scene. But I feel like in this one, there wasn't one big kill. It was like lots of little memorable kills in this movie. The ones that I like really stuck out to me was the family, the mom in the beginning.
Yeah.
It was a construction worker.
Yeah, they were there to tear it down or something.
Yeah. He went to. He was like going like this with 2 arms out, and he wasn't saying anything. I was just like, oh my god, he's gonna kill him. Yeah. When the way he died, he got practically popped out of his skin.
Well, and they pulled his.
Oh, I actually went. Because I did not expect that.
Yeah.
Another one was the booty saw. The chainsaw.
Yeah.
Split it right in the.
Yeah.
Just like it finishes it. So it's pretty natural.
Yeah.
And then last one is in my mind that was very memorable was the rats in the throat. That one bothered me a lot. That one was hard.
Well, I mean, there's the element of what he's doing to the person, which is hard to watch. But then there's the emotional element of you're having to see your family member go through this thing.
Oh, and I forgot the Santa Claus, the liquid nitrogen.
Yes.
I forgot about that one. I guess that wasn't memorable to me.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was a new thing that he hadn't done before. A new toy to play with.
At the other movies, did he actually like show any of the tools that he was going to use? Because I feel like they didn't do that in the other ones. It just like.
Did he always have the gun? He just had it. We didn't see him get it.
He had the gun in the first movie.
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah. I don't recall if we got to see him get the gun. Did he have to go the waiting period or no? Okay.
Victoria used the gun, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that's the thing. I was looking forward to the pale face girl, but she's not in this movie. She is possessed. It's Victoria that's the evil one, or is possessed or something like that. And so, what did you think about that?
Her face is just hard to look at to begin with, and
she talks a lot in this one.
Yeah, she had a lot on her mind in this one.
I'm not quite sure if I like that, because she seems so creepy when she didn't talk as much in the other, and when she was more shrouded in mystery. But then in this one, she was like talking. I don't know. She felt like she was really sinister and taking control. And I felt in some scenes, Art the Clown was either annoyed by her or was her sidekick. So I was a little confused about her role in this, and maybe because the story isn't completely finished, I don't really understand the big picture, but I don't know if I liked her. And then we have some other new characters, which is the aunt, the uncle, and the niece. That Sienna, she has been going in and out of the mental institution, I guess, or mental hospital because of her PTSD of what happened to her family and friends in the second film, and which is understandable. And then I guess she's living with her aunt and uncle, and her niece is kind of like she looks up to her and stuff, and she's like another prominent figure. Which you said that you liked the niece. You thought that she was a good character, and that I found her quite annoying in the beginning, but I kind of warmed up to her at the end when she like fell in. I felt bad for her for falling in the pit. Was it hell? Did hell split open and then she fall in hell?
I think that's what we're supposed to believe, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then I felt kind of bad for her after that, but I just kind of had a hard time with her boundary crossing, her being a kid, her not listening, her reading the diary.
Yeah.
Like, I just really found her stressful to be around. But no, the actresses did a good job, and I like the new characters, and they seem like a family, and it kind of like helped make Sienna not like this basket case. It kind of like she was able to use the niece to kind of balance her out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then also another recurring character is a brother. What did you think of her brother and what happened at the end and stuff?
Okay, so her brother as a character, I didn't care for just because I tend to have anxiety, and every scene with her brother is just high anxiety. You can see he's just troubled by everything. Didn't care for that. Okay, so yeah, so her brother dies. Didn't mind it.
Well, no, she cried.
No, I didn't mind it.
Oh, you...
So I didn't show it, but we saw the aftermath, which was surprising.
They put the glasses on the thing.
Yeah.
We implied.
Yeah, to have such a main character die off screen, that was an odd choice a little bit, but maybe they thought it would be hard for the audience to take someone that they got used to seeing in 2 movies. I'm not sure the reasoning. Tell me.
Well, it just felt very sudden. Like we understood that something was going to happen to the uncle and the brother, and I guess that they didn't really. They showed like every kill, but that one was like immediately they just died, and then I had a hard time like figuring out that the uncle was the guy that was on the wall and his head was on the tree and stuff. I was so confused on who those people were and stuff, and then what happened. And
wait, that was a guy on the wall? I thought
that was the uncle, right?
I thought it was the guy from the shower.
No,
because he was cut open like that.
Because it's the whole family, and that guy from the shower is not a family member. He's just
okay. I mean, that makes sense.
So I'm thinking that's what it is. It's the uncle but it took me a bit to like realize that, because I was like, who's that random guy? His head on the tree. And then where's the brother? I was a little confused. And then I guess that they were trying to like do that surprise element. I was just confused a little bit. Yeah, so there was I guess a cage with rats in it around a skull in the middle. And they, I guess, what's the evil weird face chick's name? Vicky. So Victoria led us to believe that was Gabby, the niece. The niece, which was hard to take. But turns out okay, if that was just the brother.
That was fine.
You're like, no, not the niece. Oh, it's the brother. I didn't like him, so it's okay that he got murdered. And I don't know exactly. Did he get eaten by the rats? I'm confused. That was a slow torture. That would be a horrible way to die.
We don't know.
But we don't know. But he's dead, and he's in his head's in a cage.
Or what if that's not even really him?
I was thinking, like, it just felt so abrupt. Like, what if he's actually not dead, and then the fourth film he's gonna be okay? I don't know. There was another confusing element that, when Vicky and Art the Clown went to that abandoned house, and then Art the Clown was just sitting in the chair, and Vicky was in the bathtub, and then they were just like frozen. I was a little confused on what was happening in there. Maybe we're just... Yeah, they just went dormant for no apparent reason. And there was some jumping in timelines. Yeah. They would say like present day, or one of them was 5 years ago, I think. So I wasn't quite sure what was happening in there, but I think those were the only two like confusing kind of moments, but everything else was kind of like self-explanatory. But I think the main idea was like Art the Clown killing everybody in crazy over-the-top ways. And then also, I think the first time I was laughing and chuckling was when he like massacres the whole family in the beginning of the movie, and then he's sitting and eating a plate full of cookies, and kind of like doing a little dance, and then he like cleans up after himself. He like gets every single crumb up and then puts the plate. I thought like little mannerisms like that is so funny to me. That's why I like him, because he's he's so vile and immoral, but then he has like those little things that he has to like do. Like even in the second movie when the little kid was like trying to get more candy, he was like double dipping. He's like slapped his hand. He slapped his hand. I was like, what? It's just like little things like that. It's just so funny. And then another quirk is his sunglasses. So, I bought one of those. I think he's wearing it.
Yes.
My sunflower sunglasses. But in this one, he wears like the Christmas tree sunglasses. And I swear, I think my mom owns that. It looks so familiar.
We need to get a hold of those.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the next big sunglasses that people are going to be wearing this Christmas.
Yeah, there's something extra terrifying about something horrible happening around Christmas in a movie. I think Nightmare on Elm Street had the same sort of element. I think that's why he wears the red and green sweater, Freddy.
Well, like Santa symbolizes like peace and harmony, family, togetherness, innocence, childhood, and like, but Art the Clown subverts it. I think it's so funny when he was like so excited to meet Santa Claus.
Yes.
And at the bar, and that whole scene just like made me laugh. And it just anytime David Howard Thornton, he's so good at his physical acting ability and creating this character. He just makes me laugh. I could just watch him do like the stupidest things, and I would be so entertained. And I love that he doesn't talk.
Yeah. And there were some other big names that showed up in that scene in particular.
Oh yeah, you were telling me. Who were they?
I recognized him right away. Clint Howard. It was.
And then the other one was the
Savini. Savini.
His last name's Savini.
Yeah.
But he is
he does monster movie makeup and props and creates monsters and things like that. Yeah, that was really cool. We saw him at Monsterpalooza as well.
So it was really cool that he made a cameo appearance.
Yeah.
One last thing I wanted to like, I really liked about this movie that I thought was kind of unique versus other horror films, like in creating suspense. Usually in other, I suppose, good horror suspense building movies, it's like these unnecessary jump scares are cheap and they're fun, but they're kind of cheap and they don't really scare you. But to really create suspense and scare an audience, it really has to play within our imagination. So it's like a person looking down a dark hallway. You don't really show what the thing he's looking at. You just allow our mind kind of put in all the holes and missing pieces, and whatever's in our mind, it will be more terrifying than anything that they show in movies. And that's all usually like the rule for creating suspense in a horror film. But in this one, because we know Art the Clown and how he works and everything like that, I felt like a lot of the suspense was built in around David Howard Thornton's like physical acting. So the scene in which the construction worker, he's like saying like hello, getting really, really close. And then all of a sudden the eyes open up out of nowhere, and then there's a pause, and then he smiles, and then he attacks. And so it's like we know what's going to happen because we know Art the Clown, but it's like creating that dread and suspense just in his just physical ability to create the animated face.
Yeah, his expressions.
And then also another one, when I caught myself saying like, oh no, a lot, I was like really close to you and like, it was scared in your ears, was when he would have a victim. He would like show the victim, and then he would have like a bag of the bag. You don't know what's gonna come out of the bag, but it's like there's these long pauses, and then you know that's gonna get bad, and you're just like no, especially if the victim, they show the victim, it's like a little girl or it's a kid or something like that, and you're like no. I kept saying no a lot in your ear, so I'm sorry. Yeah, and
whenever he enters a new scene with new people, it always starts like kind of light and fun and happy, and Art seems happy, the other people seem happy, but you still have the dread, like you said, that you know it's going to go south. It's just a matter of how it's going to be. And it's usually related to his bag of tricks.
or sometimes they cut, and so you kind of fill in the details on what happened. Like when he's all bloody, he and Vicky is bloodied on the subway, or is it the bus? And then there was a guy that was like dressed up as Art the Clown, saying like, "Hey, you know, that's awesome, sick killer uniform." And then the next scene is like he's in the like nice pristine outfit. You clearly know that he stole it from the guy. You don't know what happened to the guy, so you don't.
And Vicky had his horn.
Oh yeah, so you kind of fill in the gaps and what happened to him, but they didn't show everything. So it's just like I like that they build suspense based off of like our knowledge on who this character is, and so. But props to the actor; he's really, really great.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had a really good time. I recommend watching it, and I'm not even, like we said, we're not into these kind of like movies, but I just like the characters so much, and we like the characters so much.
Those were very hard to find, by the way.
And also the blanket that I got you.
Oh yeah, that thing is awesome.
I got you that blanket because you like. You collect blankets, like horror blankets.
Horror blankets, yep.
And also pillows and stuff like that. So, but the Art the Clown merchandise is like very difficult to get. They sell out so fast, even the shirts and everything.
Yep.
So anyway, we enjoyed it. Did you like it? Would you watch it again?
I need to watch it again, okay, because I looked away a little bit in the beginning scenes because of all the sounds. So I might lower the sound a little bit, and I think it'll be then I'll catch up on anything I missed. I watched the beginning scene by her facial expressions. I would look over and she would react, and I was like, okay, there's some bad things happening right now.
Yeah, it's like no. But anyway, I had a lot of fun. Looking away, hearing all the crunchy sounds, the creamy sounds. Gosh, when you describe it like that, it sounds so gross. But just watching passionate people make a really great film and having a lot of fun. I just wish our audience was a lot more livelier.
It was a packed theater, but it was very quiet the whole movie.
I mean, I love very respectful
except for
theaters.
Abby's laughing.
I was the loudest one, and I wasn't even that loud. I was more like that, and I was the loudest one. It was so loud. It was like a room full of teenagers. I can't believe that there were no cell phones going off and nobody was whispering. Everyone was super respectful, but I wish that they were like at least like going, something like that during the kills. It would have been way more fun. And I think you would have had a lot more fun too.
I think so.
So there you go. That's our review for Terrifier 3. I hope you enjoyed. If you like horror content, movies, and I think our next video is going to be going to Universal Studios Fright Night. Oh. And we're also going to go to a haunted hotel. And then, if you like video games, anything spooky and horror, this is a channel for you. And thank you for watching, and we hope to see you guys in the next video. Please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.